Welcome to 805 Focus. I'm Dr. Cinder Sinclair with Nonprofit Connect, and we will be bringing you the latest on your favorite nonprofits. So get ready to be inspired. Our special guest today is Lori Willis, and Lori is the Executive Director of the Cancer Foundation of Santa Barbara. Welcome, Lori.
Thank you so much, Cinder.
Oh, gosh. You have such wonderful things going on there all the time. And I wonder if people really, most people, I wonder if they really have an idea of how lucky we are here, how fabulous your services are. And so anyway, I'm hoping you're going to tell us about all of the wonderful work that's going on these days at the Cancer Center. And also, I wanted to know if you would explain to me, because I get a little confused sometimes, the sort of relationship or interaction between, I read Ridley Tree Cancer Center, Santa Barbara, or the Cancer Foundation of Santa Barbara, and then Sutter and Cottage makes my head spin. So can you explain how all that works together?
Yes. Well, thank you for having me. So yes, it is confusing to a lot of people who we are and what we do. The Cancer Foundation was founded in 1949, and we were the sole cancer center of Santa Barbara, located in Cottage Hospital for over 60 years.
Okay.
Then we had the vision that we were going to build a new cancer center, and in 2008, we had the money and we started fundraising, and the market crashed, and they decided not to build a new cancer center, but we had the land and we had everything we needed to do that. We just needed to put a stake in the ground. Mm-hmm. Because of the market crashing cancer center at the time, finances were a little scary, and they decided that we would partner with Sansom Clinic, and that what we would do, the foundation would become the administrative side.
Okay.
And Sansom Clinic would take over the patient services.
Okay.
So that's what they did. And then in 2015, we put the stake in the ground and we started building the building. And together with Sansom Clinic, Cancer Foundation built a new cancer center, which opened their doors in 2017, which is called Ridley Tree Cancer Center.
Ridley Tree Cancer Center. Okay.
So we moved out of the basement of Cottage Hospital. We still lease that space from Cottage Hospital all these years later. And now we lease our spaces, which include the Ridley Tree Cancer Center, to Sansom Clinic, which is now Sutter Health, and Ridley Tree Cancer Center, located in the basement of Cottage Hospital, which is nuclear medicine, is also Sutter Health. But those are our two spaces. Mm-hmm. So that's our connection with Cottage. We also are the major fundraising portion of the Ridley Tree Cancer Center. So everything my organization does is we raise funds for programs and services in the Ridley Tree Cancer Center for all patients in Santa Barbara County, regardless of where you're being treated. So if you're
So your main focus of meaning the foundation's main focus is raising funds.
Yes.
That are then distributed for the patients that are receiving services from the Cancer Center.
Correct. And then we also give grants to other organizations in Santa Barbara County that have a cancer focus.
Okay.
So which includes Cottage Health, which we've been supporting them, and they've been supporting us for years.
Okay.
Which includes UCSB. There's a research program out there we do. There's a student-run program that's called Camp Kesem, that is for camp for kids of parents that have cancer. So these kids can go to camp in the summertime and be around other kids that parents have cancer. So great. We do Organic Soup Kitchen.
That's such a great organization.
We do Meals on Wheels in Santa Ynez for cancer patients, And our main focus is cancer-related, and to help raise funds for those programs here in Santa Barbara.
Well, good for you. And I have toured the facilities there at the Cancer Center, and I've heard lectures by some of the different physicians and all, and it is so impressive. Help me and our audience understand the depth and scope of the services that we offer in our very community that is so, I don't know, it's the only one with a very large radius of, I don't know if it's tri-counties or if it's all the way down to LA or between LA and San Francisco, but
Yeah, we are very lucky to have this facility here in Santa Barbara. The doctors that come to work here love coming to work here because they have access to all these programs and the ancillary services that are free to the patients. An example would be we have an art class that a gentleman named Rick Stitch has been the teacher of for over 20 years. And if you want to learn how to paint, you can learn how to paint with no experience, and your family can also come. It's just kind of therapy for you and your family to do something completely different.
wow.
When you're in treatment, that you can have something else that you can do. Our services have been, we offer research. We pay for 100% of the program's patient navigation, social services, acupuncture. We have there's a program called Cold Cap program, and if you fit the protocols, if you have long hair and you want to keep your hair, because we know during cancer treatment, that's really hard for a lot of people wanting to be able to keep their hair, that if you fit the protocol and it works, that the Cancer Foundation also funds that program. So we try to stay kind of up on things that are coming down the pipeline of new integrative services that might be available to help patients. And I'm very lucky that I have a phenomenal board, and they like to try new things and help other people and try programs and services that might just be great for someone that we didn't even know. So we have a library. They offer yoga. It's just great. There's so many things available for patients and their families. And we also made the building such a warm place to come.
Yes.
So you don't think you're in a hospital setting. It's the building was designed by Brian Cornell, and he's a local guy, and he wanted it to be. You came in, the colors were soothing, the space was great. You're not being treated in the basement of a hospital where you have no windows. There's windows. There's windows on the third floor, which is where the oncology suites are. They just really thought about everything when they were building that space.
It is so beautiful in there.
Thank you.
And it is calming, and
So yes, unfortunately, if you have to be treated for cancer, but we are lucky here in Santa Barbara to be able to access all of these services.
well, and I remember you also raised funds, a lot of funds, for, how would you say, all those state-of-the-art machines so that they can do all this great work with patients.
Yes. Yes, we actually, about 5 years ago during COVID, we embarked on actually upgrading the space in Cottage Hospital, which was the original cancer center. And in that new space, we brought in the latest and greatest technology at that time. And we bought in a PET CT scanner and a SPECT CT scanner. And they went from like a 2.0 to I'm making it up, like a 5.0, so that they could detect a tiny pin-sized tumor anywhere in your body just by having the upgrade in these scans. So it's really changed the dynamics of the way they treat cancer. And then it's wonderful because we have two incredible doctors named Dr. Dave Carlson and Dr. William Pace who read those scans. And they actually work for Sutter Health, but I call them our doctors because, but they're incredible. And yes, we offer that. When we built the cancer center, we brought state-of-the-art radiation oncology machines for them as well. And we want to make sure that you don't have to travel to LA or San Francisco to be treated here. And that you can get all of those same things, even if not better, here. So
I'll bet some people come from LA and San Francisco to come here because in some ways it is better.
Yes. And it's easier on the traffic instead of going, south, they're coming north. And we just have in the cancer care community, we just have such a wealth of incredible doctors and surgeons and so much available for anybody here that may need that. So it's really wonderful.
Yeah. And so now the foundation is a 501c3
Yes.
nonprofit. And so on your website, you probably have a donate now button
We do.
so that people can make tax-deductible financial donations. And I think that it sounds like it's so important. And also, it seems to me that you have some really good programs for donors, for people who donate. I remember going in many times and hearing just fascinating talks by some of the doctors you're talking about.
Yes. I feel very lucky. A lot of those physicians are my friends.
Oh.
And because we're such a close net group, several of those members of those physicians are also on my board. We are an independent board, separate of Cottage has their own board, and Sansom, which is now Sutter Health, has their own board. We have our own board as well. And I usually like to have a physician from the Cancer Center. During this time, I have Warren Suh, Dr. Warren Suh. He is a radiation oncologist. And in the previous past, I've had other doctors, which include surgeons, and Dr. Dan Greenwald. And so we like to make sure that our board is privy to all of the new and up-and-coming treatments that are happening. And with that, I get the access to having them speak at our things.
Oh, I get it. Okay, so they have more of a reason to want to speak at those because they're on your board.
Yes.
That's
and
nice.
if I actually really needed any one of them to saying, hey, could you come to one of our lunches or one of our thank you gratitude events for our donors?
Yeah.
Of course, they all would come. So it's really, it's just wonderful that we have this open communication with them, and it's just really nice to be able to say, hey, can you help me answer this question for a patient?
Yeah.
Or a friend of mine has this, or it's really nice. It's really nice.
It's really fascinating. I love it every time I go there and hear all this great information from these doctors.
Yeah. I mean, they're just so bright. And now they're so
They
young.
are.
Yeah. Yeah. They're just incredibly bright. And the surgeons are amazing. And we're very lucky to have, an incredible hospital, an incredible cancer facility, and the physicians and the surgeons that support all of everything here in Santa Barbara. I believe it's very different from any other place in in California. I think we're very lucky.
It is. Yeah. It's not like every community has something like
No. So, which is really wonderful. So,
yeah. So how long have you been?
I am going into my 11th year.
11.
Yeah. What started as just a campaign to build the new building. I just thought that was what it was going to be, and I was just going to do fundraising, which is what a passion. I love that. Turned into the executive director 2 years later, and here I am. So
Okay, 11 years. Gee whiz.
I know it's gone by fast.
Yeah, and I know you enjoy your work, and you're so good at it.
Oh, thank you. I really do enjoy it. At the end of the day, it's really nice to know that I get to go home and I've done something to help someone in our community and or give back, which is really something that is important to me.
Yeah, and you are definitely doing that.
Thank you.
I talk to people all the time who have benefited from your programs, and it's just life-changing.
No, that's
literally.
nice to hear. That's
Yeah.
good.
It's hard to, for, a lay person like me, I know how valuable your services are and how unusual they are. And it's hard for me sometimes to explain to people in a way that they can understand, people who would need the services.
Mm-hmm.
We recently were trying to explain that to some friends one of them has cancer. And we were encouraging them, hurry up and get yourself over there. It's not just any old cancer place, man. This is stellar.
Yeah.
And so, and they did. And they're wildly impressed and so glad that they went.
That's great. That's wonderful. That's what we want to hear. That's what we like to hear, is that, care close to home. You don't have to go anywhere else.
I bet there are stories upon stories upon stories about people who have benefited from the Cancer Center.
Yeah.
And the foundation's fundraising.
It's great. It's really great. And just to know that during that time of life, one of the other reasons I actually took this job is my best friend she's now 48 years. She was diagnosed with breast cancer 12 years ago.
Oh, gosh.
And before we built the cancer center, and I got to experience everything we offered to the patient on the patient side, and I was her person that she brought to every appointment, from radiation oncology to medical oncology to chemotherapy. We used the library, we used the social services. They knitted hats for her. You know, it just was great being on the other side before I actually came in. So I actually knew kind of an idea, but nothing's changed. We still offer all of those things and more, and now in a new facility, and it's been.
What a wonderful preparation
I
for
know.
you. And then a year later.
Yeah, and then a year later, I think, oh, I can do this. I know cancer, so I can do this job. So
Gosh.
yeah.
And your friend is grateful.
She's
for
doing
your...
great. Yep, she's doing great, and she was so grateful for the care she received, and here we are 12 years later. So that's good news.
And she's here in Santa Barbara?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So that's great.
And she has a sense, I'm sure, of how lucky she is to have had those services and this fabulous friend.
Yes, she is very grateful. Yeah, I'm so grateful too. So it's been a great journey for both of us, you know, and so it's fun being able to continue to grow here in Santa Barbara and continue to think outside the box of what more can we be doing, and how we can help more people in this community. So it's been really great.
So what more can we be doing? So do you have a big, long list of, wish list?
Wish list, yes. You know, there is so much more work that can be done here. I know at some point, Sansom Clinic, now Sutter, they want to add an additional, they call it vault, to our building, which we have talked about over the years. So that would make 3 radiation oncology machines. We currently have 2.
Oh, okay.
So we would add a 3rd to that building, which would be great. We've talked about helping other organizations with state-of-the-art equipment that they might need, doing more work with UCSB and their research programs, because they're doing so much work out there with cancer care. Just kind of trying to navigate. We also work with UCSB Arts and Lectures.
Oh.
And when we partner with them, when they have a speaker that might fit a cancer component, that we actually partner with them to do something at the Granada or something at the Arlington. We have partnered with them with Dr. Vivek Murthy, Mary Claire King, who was the BRCA gene person. And when there's somebody that could be very interesting and would fit us, we work with them as well. And so then we like to have, all of our people that are supporters and give books and do all kinds of stuff to kind of get know before you go.
Yeah. Oh, that is great.
And so we'll be doing a partnership with UCSB Arts and Lectures in February. So we're excited about that. And, just any touch point we can make that can, let people know who the Cancer Foundation is, and what we do in this community to support cancer care. So,
wow. Do you have a big waiting list of people who are wanting to get care, but there's not enough room, or is it?
On the patient side, which is Sutter Health runs the patient side, I don't think so. I think that there is they have a wide group of doctors on oncology and radiation oncology. So I don't think there's a high waiting list. There is some wait times for some of the program side, like genetic counseling. That's a very popular program we offer, because people are now, there's so many genetics, and genetics is really a hot topic these days. And so if you're wanting to get a genetic test done to see if you might have breast cancer gene or some other kind of cancer gene if you were a family member were diagnosed. That might take a little bit of time, but other than that, I think everything is pretty not a long wait time. I think the process is by the time you get a diagnosis from your primary and then you get a PET or SPEC CT and then to actually start treatment, I think there is a little bit of a wait in between then. But I know they're working hard on trying to figure out how to speed that time up. So
Yeah.
so they can.
Gosh, I always get so inspired when I hear about all your services and listen to your doctors and
Thank you.
and listen to you. So thank you for all the good, fabulous work that you're spearheading
Thank you.
in our community. And thanks for being with us today.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
And thanks for joining us on 805 Focus, and we'll see you next time.